sort of harmful ingredients and things was a bit of a surprise to me. So now I'm very, very much aware of what's around, but it's not all doom and gloom, and I don't want this to put people off or be an overwhelm. We can really help ourselves and just start checking labels and having a look at things and really contemplating, okay, I want the healthy choice too, because that's going to have long-term benefits for all of us. Each home, one by one, each person. And I'm only one person. I'm not a celebrity you're paying millions for. It's, I can say to my twin sister, have you tried this one? This is fantastic, smells beautiful. There's herbal extracts in it, non-toxic ingredients. Try that, and it works.
Welcome back. It's Pat Mesede's best-selling author podcast. Cherie Zahra is here, and she is going to help us be healthy and, more precisely, be right into clean and healthy. Cherie wants to inspire, educate, and encourage you to be active in your own search for healthy alternatives for yourself and your family. Make healthy choices. So, Cherie, glad to be speaking with you.
It's fantastic to be here. Thank you for your time.
Wonderful. And likewise. And so it's time to talk about our health, right? Getting it right, living longer, having more energy, losing weight, all those wonderful things. And my understanding is that you went through quite an ordeal in childhood with migraines and getting your own health right. And so tell us about some things. What is the current worldwide problem with our health, and what should we be doing?
I think there's a pandemic, I suppose. I know a lot of people just like to just go to the doctor because they're feeling unwell. I kind of sort of step back from that and really want to share with people. I think we can help ourselves and we can heal ourselves, and we can really do some basic make some health choices for ourselves and our family, and possibly don't go to the doctor quite so much. I'm not a doctor. I just have a personal story. From debilitating migraines as a child, going onto the path of trying to find safer alternatives and healthier alternatives for myself and my family. And that's just progressed over the years to really wanting to share with others, because we all do have a personal story. And mine comes from a place of being very unwell as a child, going into adulthood and finding some health and wellness for myself. And just making some choices. I don't, the doctors have their place, but I think we can really help ourselves and be proactive in that search, and just really educate ourselves and help ourselves and heal ourselves.
Wonderful. Educate ourselves, help ourselves, heal ourselves. And what comes to mind is we're hit with all of this advertising all day, every day, right? With the fast food and the processed food and the candy, and it looks so delicious. And even just seeing an image of it just conjures up all sorts of like feelings in my brain. And it's no surprise, right, that these things are engineered to be delicious, but not necessarily to be healthy or help us to live long. And in a lot of ways, we're hooked on the sugar and the tastes, and it is just so good. But we need to live maybe a little bit more in moderation. And if we get all this bombarding advertisement, but maybe we can bombard from the good side, right? Such as from you, and get some of this information about, well, knowing what we're putting into our bodies, or knowing maybe ways that we can live this healthier lifestyle. And so as far as you and your childhood medical issues, do you feel like sharing anything about that? Like, what was the symptoms, diagnosis, treatment?
Okay, so as a youngster, I don't know why the migraine started. I'm an identical twin. My twin sister didn't have those. No one in the family had these debilitating headaches or migraines. So it sort of went on the path. Mum was trying to, or my parents were trying to find alternatives and find some relief for me. In the 70s, when I grew up, there wasn't a lot of medication around. We weren't medicated children. We were pretty healthy, apart from this, for me having these migraines. So yeah, essential oils and your Vicks vapor rub for colds and flus, aspirin, Panadol, cool cloths on the head, dark rooms, just to try to alleviate some of the pain that I was going through. They would last for days. And I was living in the Northern Territory of Darwin. It was very hot. We didn't have air cons in those days. So it was kind of I'm not saying a basic life, but yeah, we weren't open to going to the doctors too much. We didn't really need to. My parents tried to do the best they could. Fast forward, during that process, I went interstate for tests. I went to hospitals and had electrodes and brain scans and things, trying to find out what the issue was. I don't believe we ever got any diagnosis. My parents never told me anything. I was young. But yeah, and then I went to a chiropractor interstate, and he maneuvered my body and clicked this and bent that, and I got some relief. But all through those years, it was pretty hard. Lots of tears, lots of pain, until I got some final relief, and that sort of put me on the journey. Then I kind of really didn't want to go back to that. Probably, yeah, do some research and found a sort of a healthier way to live, I suppose. But that was certainly the catalyst in those years. I don't want to go back to that. Look, I still have the occasional headache there, yeah, but we all try and find the way through, but certainly not as bad as they don't go on for days and days like they did as a child.
Well, that's good. And it seemed like you were desperate, right? You said, let me try this, I'll try that. Like, I'll try anything just to get some relief here. And what finally did it? What provided the relief, and what kind of lifestyle changes have you implemented?
Okay, so the chiropractor certainly helped. I must have had something that was pinched or some nerve or something. I don't know, but it certainly helped. But we used to have, it was good living. We exercised as kids. We played sport. We didn't get too many ailments. And really was only in the later years that my twin sister mentioned a health seminar she was going to in Brisbane, in Queensland. She told me about it. She went. She bought some CDs and DVDs, and she said he was coming up to my local area in Cairns, and she said, go if you can. So I did, and that really opened my eyes to another world of toxic ingredients. Read the labels, supplement your body. I was still exercising. I've done swimming and volleyball, hockey, gymnastics as a child, all these things. So I've always stayed active. Whether it's sport or just plain walking. I'm a big walker, don't love to run, but I love walking. And I go to the gym now, so I'm still trying to maintain that activity, just for mental health and physical health. But certainly from that seminar, it led to really starting to read labels and starting to educate myself and finding out, why is degreaser and antifreeze in shampoo and conditioner? And why are some other toxic ingredients? Why is there lead in lipstick? All these things that you're not made aware of when you see all the billboards and, yeah, buy this product. There's a celebrity promoting this. Yeah, I sort of wanted to take the step for myself and my family. And that's what sort of led me to, reducing the toxic overload in the home, taking some supplementation. Food's not as it should be. It's sprayed and picked early, mass-produced. There's hormones and other antibiotics in meat. Our air and environment is not as clean as it could be. And I just think we can sort of start to counteract some of those negative, harmful things in our life, in our modern world. It's where we live. We just have to live with it and live within that. But I think we can really find healthier ways to put us through, like long-term benefits. And it's just starting in the home. Start buying safer brands. I have a preferred brand that I love and have been using for nearly 20 years. But there's others out there. It's whatever you choose to find for yourself. Start taking some nutrition to start counteracting some of that bombardment that we're getting into our environment, like in our food and air. I live in a rural area in North Queensland. I'm surrounded with cropping, heli spraying. They've got a business to do. Everyone's trying to get by and make a lifestyle for themselves and put the best they can for their family. So yeah, just because you live in a rural, I know a lot of people live in urban areas and there's traffic and smog and pollution and things. In the rural areas, there's also spraying and things as well. So I think we can start to help our heal our bodies and really start to heal ourselves, and take some nutrition, because our food is not as full of vitamins and minerals that it was when we had the little orchard out the back and picked the apple off the tree and the tomatoes tasted like tomatoes. No, we don't always have access to that. I've got roadside stalls that I buy my local fruit from where I can, bananas and pawpaws and passion fruits. We grow some things here. I think it's just, what we can do for ourselves.
That's a wonderful message. And what's great about a lot of the advice that you've listed here is that it doesn't require doing anything drastic or sudden, or just, it doesn't require a lot of effort, right? You're saying just like over time, check out some of these factors. Think about, well, the shampoo or the soap I'm using, or some of the produce that I'm using, maybe I can go and buy the tomatoes at the farmer's market and buy my other ingredients at the grocery store, and just because it can be overwhelming, right? To start looking and reading all these ingredients on all the back of these labels, and next thing you know, you set yourself up for a failure, right? It's kind of like saying, I'll start running 50 miles a day every day. And of course, that's not doable, but everything that you've listed here is doable. I like what you've told us, right? And I'm with you in a lot of these different ways. I kind of live in a small city, but it's on the edge of town. So we are surrounded by farmland, and sometimes they do run the tractors and kick up the dirt. And I'm thinking, well, I can't really escape that, right? I'll be breathing in some of that. Sometimes I do spray for the bugs, and they say, well, if we didn't spray, you'd have even more bugs and other problems. So it's like, you can't escape it, but you can make these small steps to make things better for you and your health and your lifestyle. And I'm right there with you too, as far as the walking, right? Because I used to be in the running, but then if it was a rainy or muddy day, or I slept in, I would find reasons not to do it. But walking, everyone can do it, right? And you just say, well, I'll do this time, I'll do this distance, and it adds up. And so kind of easily done steps. And in your journey of going from point A to point B, right? Just saying, well, I'll just live life and I'm not really sure what's around me, into slowly, deliberately being aware, making changes. Has anything surprised you as far as what you've discovered or what sort of changes you've made?
Yes, well, reading and going to seminars, health seminars, and finding out that, like I said, antifreeze uh, and other toxic ingredients, degreasers, all these things are in our everyday personal care. You think, oh, it bubbles and it foams. It's what it's supposed to do, and you think, oh, well, more bubbles and more foam is best. That's going to get me cleaner. Sometimes that's not always the healthy option. So yeah, certainly over the years, I've just sort of tried to transfer by. Like we all shower, we all bathe and clean our teeth. So we can sort of, it's, you're not using this stuff and then going to buy extra. You just transfer by and contemplate replacing that with the good stuff. So it was very easy for me in the later years was healthy, unhealthy. I'll take the healthy, thanks. So that was an easy choice for me. My family all use the same products and things as well. But yeah, I was surprised in my search to find things that are toxic, lead in lipsticks, like I've mentioned. And women, unfortunately, are probably the most toxic because it's not just what we are putting in our bodies on it, it's what we're cleaning our houses with. We have sprays and detergents and cleaning agents. I mop the floors and clean, do the washing of the clothes, etc. So, and I put on makeup and things. So we've got all these ingredients in our everyday living, from cleaning the home to the makeup that we put on to the shampoos that we use. So there's a lot of, again, bombardment that we could be endangering our lives with and our bodies with. So yeah, that's, finding those sort of harmful ingredients and things was a bit of a surprise to me. So now I'm very, very much aware of what's around, but it's not all doom and gloom, and I don't want this to put people off or be an overwhelm. We can really help ourselves and just start checking labels and having a look at things and really contemplating, okay, I want the healthy choice too, because that's going to have long-term benefits for all of us. each home one by one, each person. And I'm only one person. I'm not a celebrity you're paying millions for. It's, I can say to my twin sister, have you tried this one? This is fantastic. Smells beautiful. There's herbal extracts in it, non-toxic ingredients. Try that, and it works better sometimes. And my brand is it's concentrated, so it's going to last me twice as long. So less landfill. It's better for the environment. Everything that goes down my drains at home goes out. There's a pit out the back, and the ducks love it. They waddle in that, and there's green grass. It's nothing harmful to any of the wildlife or my ducks and chooks. I even have guinea fowl. So they're all, happily living out the back. There's nothing harmful for any one of us. And that's been a nice road to find, actually. It's we're all healthier for it and better.
Right. It's a fun project with many benefits, right? Because you're helping the planet better, you're helping your body, and it's nice to re-examine things sometimes, right? It's like saying, well, my favorite restaurant is this, or my favorite brand of gum is that, and there's no harm in just reconsidering some of those choices, and it adds some variety to your life, and you might enjoy it better, right? You might say, well, I like this washing detergent better than what I used previously. And so what has this grown into for you? Like you discovered this, you've made these lifestyle changes. How does it relate to your business and your offerings and just the services you provide?
So there's an online, I have my Facebook site, Right Into Clean and Healthy. And I'm just, again, raising awareness, I suppose, or just trying to inspire people, just to educate yourselves, just to look for the safe alternatives in food, in supplementation. I'm big on that. I take multivitamins, antioxidants, just to, give my body the best I can. And just really, sharing that message that it can be, there's a lot of sickness out there, and that's really unfortunate and really, really sad. And I've had family members to pass away from debilitating health, and we sort of all know someone that's perhaps had cancer or heart disease and heart attacks, diabetes. There's some lifestyle uh, ailments, I guess, that have escalating over the years, through the years, and we'll possibly know someone that has been sick or is sick, and I would sort of like to say, just again, I'm not a doctor, but probably consider taking some supplementation, and we think we're eating well. I eat meat and vegetables and have my fruit, and try and drink my 2 liters of water or whatever the amount is. So I try and move the body, walking or exercise. I go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning. That's sometimes a bit hard, but you get out of bed and you go, because that in the long term that's the best benefit for your body. So there's all little things that we can do for ourselves, and you just choose what suits you. I guess with my site, sort of a bit more passionate about it. There was that lull. Life gets really busy with everyone. I'm a mum. I work full time. I'm a business owner, and I have my Right Into Clean and Healthy, which is my rich site, as I call it, Right Into Clean and Healthy. So just trying to impart some what I know. There's some, you can see the brand I use, but that's you choose what is right for you. And I just hope I can inspire some people, and it's me sharing one story. I think stories are really important. My migraine, as a child, might help someone later. Just trying to, and we're all just getting our way through this busy life as best we can, and just finding the best road for us all.
Yes, and I like that metaphor, the best road for us all. And so that way you can make these huge changes, you can make the changes that are right for you. And there's only an upside, right? Into looking into some of these health things, if you're getting older, you know that no matter what, some kind of health issues are in your future, right? And there's definitely this need to eat better, take your supplements, drink your water, exercise, And especially if you have some kind of family history, or you're worried about a health scare, you had a health scare, had cancer, heart issue, something else, then treat that and deal with that and prevent that, but also take these other steps just to give yourself the best chances of success, right? And so your Facebook group, you said, was facebook.com/right into clean and healthy. And did you say there's a website as well?
That's my Facebook site, and there's a link on that to the brand that I use.
Okay, very nice, very cool. And so we need to take this advice. We need to think about this. And as people are checking out that Facebook group, that's facebook.com/right into clean and healthy, do you have one final parting word of advice for us, Cherie? Do you have like a fun quote or lesson about taking care of ourselves that you think will really help?
Be proactive in your own health. There's not a more noble cause than yourself. You are something to someone. You might be mother, father, sister, brother, parent, whatever relation, a good friend. We can all help ourselves, and we can all, and I think for me personally, I care enough to share through my personal story. I am one person, but then I can tell someone, and then that person can tell someone else. So I think, yeah, really think about and remember that you are noble, you are important, and I think we can all make those our own choices for our own lives, for ourselves and our family. I think we're all here to help each other, and yeah, just educate yourself. And if I can inspire someone to, I don't know, check out a label or think, oh, I'm going to try that new shampoo, or I'm going to try that deodorant, or I might take a multivitamin or an antioxidant. I think it would really put us on that good road of health and wellness for long-term benefits. Because if we don't, there is a health cost, and I don't want to be debilitated. I want to live the best life I can. So, work on the noble cause that is you.
Wonderful. Let's do it. The time is now. Let's get inspired, get educated, make some changes, take some action, see what happens. And the first step to navigate this, because it can be a lot, is to go to facebook.com/right into clean and healthy. And thank you very much, Cherie Zahra, for helping us out, telling us what we need to know. I really appreciate you.